Okay, good morning everybody. Welcome to another round of coffee and questions. And so from the forum, I got a gift from a friend of mine, Paul. I did some welding work for him. He got me this phone holder for my Jeep. It's called an iOttie, and what it does is it holds your Android or your smartphone in place either on your dashboard or on your windshield. So I've already unboxed it. There's no thrill about watching an unboxing, but what I can do is turn it over, and what it'll show you, horizontal or landscape. You can mount it on your dash, you can mount it on your windshield, and you can rotate it, you know, the same way. And it's just letting you know it's got a 2-year warranty. Not really much else to tell you, so I'll set the box to the side. What it comes with next is it comes with an instruction book. It's just showing you, which is kind of nice. I mean, if it's not anything that you're used to, it shows you in here how to mount the device. If you're going to mount it on your dashboard, you need this special sticky pad. I'll show you that here in a minute. If not, you can mount it on your windshield. It's got a suction cup. It shows you the levers and how you can extend it and contract it and tilt it and everything else, so that's kind of cool. And you have 3 pieces that comes in the box. This one comes in this baggie. This is actually, I'm going to call it the base. When you peel this off, this is an incredibly sticky film. Smack it onto your dash. This top plate right here becomes what you're going to actually set part of the device on, or the rest of the device I should say, just like this. There's a lever here at the bottom. You press this down and that suction holds it right tight to this pad. I chose not to go this route. I read too many of the reviews that said there were all kinds of trouble when they went to remove this with the adhesive. The adhesive was a son of a gun to get off. Some people were suggesting acetone and all these different things. I have a 2018 JK Jeep, so I don't want anything like that on the dashboard. So I'm going to do the windshield mount. So for me, we'll just set this to the side and forget it for right now. Now, that leaves 2 more pieces that came in the box. They came in separate. This little round ball, you loosen this ring back here where my finger is, and you take this round ball and you set it in there and just push. Then this right here, it locks it down, this locking nut. As you lock this, it'll lock it into a tight position. So if you loosen this, you can go up, down, right, left. I mean, you know, so you can tilt it like this, vertical, horizontal, whatever you want to do. So I thought, hey, that was pretty cool, you know, when I saw him with it in his car. And the other thing that I liked is, if you want, depending on where you mounted it, if you loosen this here, it's a little nut, this whole thing extends out. Or you can push it back in. It's your choice. And then you just tighten the nut, and that locks it into place. And again, down here, this is the like a little flip switch or knob that when you push down, it holds it and sucks this part tight against the windshield. This is just a little film that comes off just before you put it on the windshield, just to keep everything nice and clean. So, coming around to the front, how do you put your phone in? You just pull these open, you'll hear a click. Okay, that's it. Now, this has a foot in it, right down here where my finger is, that the bottom of the phone sits on, and you go ahead and you just set your phone in there, like we'll say that this is already suction cupped to the windshield. I just set my phone in there and I push back on my phone gently against this nice soft pad, and bam, it locks it into place. I thought this was really slick, it was cool, and you just release it the same way. And I thought, hey, look, let's give this a try. I mean, now it has another adjustment knob here at the bottom. If your phone is taller, okay, if it's taller, you can loosen this up here at the bottom. There's a knob, and this actually extends down some more. Or you can just leave it up. If you have a phone like mine, I've got the the Samsung, and I just leave it in place. Well, we're going to go out and put this in the Jeep in a little bit, and we're going to actually give it a trial before I end the video. Let's do the questions and answers next. So far, I really like this thing. It's a damn good price. It's handy. I mean, I just get in, you can just smack it right into the holder. It's pretty cool so far. All right, questions and answers. Questions and answers. Give me another, what are the reasons for not sticking it on the dashboard? Like I told you, it's a sticky film. Besides that, I live out in the Desert Cities area in the Coachella Valley. You get kind of extreme heat during the summer. Some people say that film begins to loosen and slide a little bit on you because of the heat, and it becomes a gummy mess. So, I mean, it's another reason for me personally, I just don't want it on the dashboard of my Jeep. Does it have a built-in charger? No, it doesn't, but you can, you know, from a cigarette lighter or something, run a charger up to the bottom of this. I mean, yeah, the cord's going to show. You can also buy the one that's got a wireless kind of, you know, charging thing in it, built into it if you want. I didn't. This isn't the one that I got. I'm okay with this. My phone will stay charged plenty long for me without worrying about charging in the vehicle. But long trips, stuff like that, yeah, you might want to either get the cord or go with the wireless one. What happens if something breaks on it? I don't know. I suppose you can go to the iOttie website, contact them, and maybe they'll sell you replacement parts. I don't know. I don't have that problem right now, but that would be my first solution, or the first thing that I would do. Does any part of it have a magnet? No, not that I know. There's no magnet with this at all. There's no need for it, really. I have the Samsung S9, and it holds the phone fine with plenty of extra space for wider phones and taller phones. And like I said, the base on it adjusts downward for even the taller part. I haven't tried it yet. I'll do a demo here at the end of the questions and answers. I'll go out and actually put it in my Jeep. We'll put some footage on here of me driving with it and using it. What a friend of mine told me is if the arm is fully extended, like let's say you have it on the windshield and you extend that arm from that little nut you see here in the picture and you extend it all the way out, you can get a little bit of, like, you know, bouncy movement, but I don't know yet, but we will try it. How big around is the sticky pad? 2 3/4 inches. It's like a what's made of the silicone. The pad is silicone, and you better make sure that you know where you want it when you go to press that sticky pad down onto your dashboard. That's my only advice there. I'm not going to do it that way, but that's what I read. Picture, yeah, I know it's in this thin plastic case. Will it hold it in all these different kinds of cases, OtterBox and all of that? I don't know. There's a question and answer part. I'll leave you the link below on the Amazon site where you can read through the questions and answers. I have a leather case, and it has like a flap that goes over the front, and it holds mine fine. Troubles with it mounting to the windshield. Clean your windshield really well. Use like a little alcohol pad or something, and then the bottom suction cup part of this, it says clean with warm water. But use Windex if you don't have alcohol pad or anything like that. I don't have a problem with it sticking. I went out and tried it earlier. I'm going to go out and do it in a more permanent way on this next trip with you folks, but that was the advice. Can you apply the suction pad directly to the dashboard without using the sticky pad? I don't know. It would depend on if your dashboard has that corrugation in it, or if it's just slick and smooth. You can try it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm putting mine to the windshield. Well, the other thing that I like about it is if I want to put it under my rearview mirror, that's what I'm going to do. If I want it on the upper left driver's side or something like that, it's easier to get off without doing any damage or worrying about adhesives from the suction cup mount, and I just remount it where I want. So that's another reason why I want to do it on the windshield, really. Can you plug the charger into it while the phone's in the holder? Yeah, I mean, depending on where, you know, your charger is on the bottom of your phone, you shouldn't have a problem with that at all, I wouldn't think. What happens if you have trouble getting the suction cup off the windshield? Use a razor blade. That was a good idea. Somebody mentioned, you know, in some of the comments and the reviews, just use a razor blade and you won't damage, you know, the suction cup, and it's not going to damage the windshield either. I don't know if somebody's got a better idea, drop it in the comment below, but for $25, I mean, iOttie makes some of the best, you know, cell phone holders, I think, on the web. I mean, take a look at their reviews, their star ratings and everything else, and we'll switch to that in a minute, but I don't think you're going to go wrong with this. Let me change the picture, we'll make a couple more comments, and then we'll conclude this, and then we'll go try it. Now, this is just a picture showing you those quick release bars, and I mean, and how you would set your phone in there. Push back on it gently, and it kind of locks it right into place. Here's a little bit more detail of that pad. I told you it's 3 pieces that come in the box. There's the dashboard pad, there's the suction cup, there's the sticky gel on the bottom of the suction cup, which helps adhere it to that dashboard pad. But now the dashboard pad on the bottom is what has that silicone, and its stuff will stick beyond belief. So make sure, like I keep telling you, mount it where you know you want it before you put that pad on there. Okay, and it says, well, how far does it extend? 8.3 inches and pivots 225 degrees. So You can take a look at the picture here. It shows you the telescoping arm, and it shows you all of the, possibilities on adjustment, which I think is really cool because I want it on the windshield of my Jeep, and I want to be able to video things going, forward, like when I'm driving, if I'm doing it on trails or whatever I'm doing. So I think it's got good versatility. Okay, here's a dashboard mount. I'll leave it up for just a few seconds, and you can see there's that pad base, and there it is stuck to the pad. And let me show you a couple other pictures. Okay, now here it is on the windshield of the car. It's probably just below that rear view mirror, but you can also put it on the far left on the upper part of the windshield, basically wherever you want. I mean, really, as long as it's not obstructing, your view. Okay, and I've exploded this one about as much as I can, but there's that little knob, a better view on the back. And like I said, it will actually come down more to let you put taller kind of phones in there if that's what you need, or to help you readjust. I mean, depending on how your camera is, in the holder, maybe you've got one where, it needs to be shortened or lengthened. But either way, I mean, you have that adjustment. I went ahead and put this picture up there, overlaid it. This just shows you can download and you can get this app. I mean, if you want to, it's a locator. It's just something free in addition to, when you get the iOttie. Okay, so that was just a quick overview. Lots of questions and answers. I'm going to go out. Let's actually put this in the Jeep. Let's take it for a test run. Let's see what the final conclusion is. But so far, everything I've played around with and I've messed with on this thing, I really like it so far. I liked it when I first saw it, and I hope it works out the way that I intended it. And we'll find out right now. Let's get to it. Okay, at a stop sign, this thing stays pretty still. I don't have any problems. It's not falling. I don't have any issues or anything like that. Seems like we're doing pretty good. Whoops, there it goes. I got this fucking guy telling me, hey, he's pointing at the sign, road closed, detour. No shit, asshole, I see it. Alright, we're pulling into a shopping center now. Right here on my right, there's that famous Smokin' Burgers. You're in Palm Springs sometime, you want to try some of the best burgers you've ever tasted, that is the place to go. I'm not going to tell you it's cheap, but I'll tell you what. It's for burgers, you cannot beat it. It's like a little sports bar, but I get food to go a lot of times from there because it's handy, and man, do they make some kick-ass burgers. Seriously. They're good. All right, pulling on into the parking space, and here we go. Alright folks, this is going to conclude the iOttie holder and my review on it. I like it. I would buy it again. I'll drop the link below. Give me a thumbs up, click subscribe, and I hope you keep following me. I'll talk to you folks soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.